What's up, guys? It's Bankrupt Jojo. I want to go over how I ship plants. First thing, I use a box this size most of the time. Unless someone's buying, some more items or something, you can fit most plants in here. But there's a good amount of room, as you can see, until you start putting insulation in. Honestly, I've had people ship me plants with just the bags, not even wrapped in newspapers. And it was, 80 plus, almost 90 degrees outside, and I left them outside all day, and they were fine. I mean, maybe not as perfect as they could have been, but they were fine. So I don't think insulation's really that needed, but I always do it just because I calculated it's only like 50 cents. Those big sheets right there I got at Home Depot, they're 3/4 inch. You get 6 of them for like $9, so it's pretty cheap to go ahead and do that, so I do. Yeah, so here's the box I usually use. They do have other box sizes. There's one right there for bigger items. If it gets, it's still usually the cheapest way. You can use flat rate boxes if it gets too heavy, but they're mostly for fish. These are shipped by zip code and weight, but I find the biggest shipment I've shipped out has still been under 10 ounces, so even with the insulation. So let me show you the insulation. Obviously you need a couple pieces. One for the bottom. Now it says on here, so you can cut your own. Where does it say? Right there. It says the size of the box, 7 by 7 by 6. So obviously I measured and did that. I'm not teaching math. You guys get the idea. I hope you can do that on your own. Here is another side panel. Sorry, I got a mess going over here. Looks like another side panel. Wow, there we go. Pain in the butt. And there we go, nice. And there we go, that's how I ship my plants. So, like I said, it's pretty cheap to do that, so I figure why not. Now, if I was going to ship like fish or something, I don't think plants need ice packs or heat packs or anything. So what I would do is move that in, and then you can put maybe another layer of insulation there, or even like cut out an area for the ice pack right there, or the heat pack if it's winter. So because you don't really want it on the package, it'd be nice to cut out a little area in there. But so that's the box I use. It's usually $6. I haven't found a zone yet that's ended up being much more than that, so probably should have started here. But anyways, here's the bag. Here's the aquarium plant, just a little penny wort I grabbed. I have smaller bags, but this is the one I had on hand. So I usually just add the plant, and then maybe just like a couple flicks of water, just to get a little bit of air in there, or a little bit of water in there. Then I'll squeeze it, go down as far as I can. Tighten that on up. Just give that barely enough room where it's comfortable. Rubber band it and cut off the extra because I'm a nice guy. So that wouldn't be near as bulky. And I'll take the newspaper if I can fit it in. Sometimes if the shipment's too big you can't fit any newspaper in, but I usually try to newspaper everybody's up, and voila. And you can still see I could fit a lot more in that little bag I got, and I still got room for 3 more bags or 1 more big bag or whatever. So that's how I ship the plants. Thought you guys might like to see this too. I cut the styrofoam on this because it's can be a mess. I was cutting some a minute ago, as you can see. Got a couple more shipments to go out soon, but where was that side panel? Needed to cut one. There we go. Didn't cut that one very good, evidently. So there's a couple ways to do this. That one's already hideous. That's another thing I do. This one's actually my my perfect piece, if you will. You just want to practice. Well, it was still broke, but you just want to try to get one perfect, and then keep that one and use it to make the rest of them. So yeah, line that up on there, and then there's a couple knives I've been using. Good old steak knives work pretty good for me. So I just line it up, and I kind of go down at an angle and just back and forth, because the more back and forth you go, the more it's going to melt it and not make such a big mess. So you kind of want to go soft, really. Or I've been using this on bigger ones. It's really long kind of searing knife, I guess. Not a chef, hope that's right. And then just kind of go back and forth. This one kind of takes a little bit more muscle, but it does a much better job as far as like melting. It's usually not this hard, I'm just doing it left-handed. Alright. I don't think I got this corner with it very well, so I'm going to go back over here with this one. And voila. This side was already messed up, but as you can see with that one side, it makes a pretty smooth cut. There's much better ways to cut styrofoam, but this is the easiest way. That's how I do it. So cheapest way, I should say. That's how I cut my styrofoam. I think that's about it. All I wanted to show you as far as shipping goes. Again, one of those, $6. Oh. If you want some plants, let me know. Got plenty to sell. The festivums are coming out a little more. Been feeding them a lot of frozen foods, so I think they're starting to like me. Alright guys, I'll put a link in the description of the plants that I have for sale. I'm running low on a lot of stuff, but if you really want it, you can ask me. And if someone else hasn't nabbed it up, then I'll give it to you. I got to make sure I keep a little bit for myself. Well, there's my Pleco Dexter, don't get to see him ever. Big old male, he's getting big. Bristle nose. He's a funny guy. He doesn't do too bad in my plants either. I'm worried about my dwarf hairgrass getting messed up, but he stays out of there. He's on the wood, that big wood all the time. Maybe that's why. But alright guys, thanks for watching. Comments, questions, anything, just let me know. Peace.